Okay. While I wait for that question to come through, let me address one more point, which I think is irrelevant. Is relevant because I see within the comments we have someone named White Sharia Now Please, or White Sharia New Please. Okay, I don't know. I can't read all the comments because, so I don't know if this person is supporting White Sharia or not. So what is White Sharia? This is something that I referred to in an article that I published today. Why are so many far-right extremists converting to Islam? There was news last night that went viral of a former member of Geert Wilder's far-right Dutch party that announced that he converted to Islam. His name is Joram van Klaveren. And he quit Wilder's party, and then he converted to Islam. I thought this was amazing. This is the second person from that political party, I believe, that converted recently to Islam. And he was asked in the newspaper interview if he feels guilty about these statements that he made in the past against Islam and against Muslims. And so this new convert said that he had been simply wrong about Islam. He had been simply wrong. So I thought that was a pretty amazing, powerful statement. That Islam is about truth and falsehood. Islam is not a cultural identity. Islam is not a political identity that you just adopt because your parents are from a certain country. No, Islam is about the truth. You accept the truth when you recognize the truth. Not just because you're a part of a certain culture. So then in this article I ask, well, why is it that you have the far right among some of these almost fascistic or neo-Nazi parties? Why do we see some of them converting to Islam? What about Islam attracts them? And so the article makes a very simple point. I just explained that many of the things that are driving people to the far right is their dissatisfaction and their frustration with what they're seeing in the world all around them. Their frustration with the liberal, secular, cultural project. A project that has attacked religion. A project that has attacked family values, a project that has attacked and dismantled marriage and the sanctity of marriage, a project that is pushing homosexuality, the adoption of homosexuality and the loss of gender roles, pushing transgenderism onto society. People are tired of this. The fitrah, people's natural fitrah reacts negatively to what it's seeing around it. And where can people go? Where can people go to address this situation? They can't go to religion because the only religion that they know is Christianity. The only religion that these white American Europeans know is Christianity. But the modern world has disillusioned them from Christianity. Christianity has been dismantled. Traditional Christianity has been completely dismantled for the most part within Western society. And that's how liberal secularism has come into dominance. And liberal thought has come into dominance. Doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right, Democrat or Republican, in terms of US politics. The Republicans, look at who's the head of the Republican Party, Donald Trump. Is he religious? Like, does he strike you as someone who's religious, as someone who is upholding Christian values? Of course not. So people also have this need. We talked about this in the last episode. People have this need for understanding their politics in terms of their morality. Political views and moral views are intimately tied together, and you can't really pull them apart. And so people's political views, they've been told over and over and over again by the secular mentality that religion has nothing to do with politics, religious morality has nothing to do with politics, keep religion outside of politics. So what does that do? People have this sense of identity that they're a part of the nation. We're Americans, we're Germans, we're French, etc. We're British, so on and so forth. Right? They have their identity is on the national level, but the political is completely divorced from religion. So the unintended and perhaps the intended outcome of that is that religion has lost its position as being the arbiter of right and wrong, of moral and immoral, in the minds of Westerners. This is the effect of secular liberal ideology. And so basically religion is out of the question, but people have, these Westerners still have the need for meaning. They still have the need for purpose. They still have a need to know that right and wrong is coming from a transcendent source. It's not just something conventional that people are making up, that some philosopher thought up. They have a need for God. They have a need to submit. But where can they find that? So what they end up doing is finding meaning in a ethnic, national identity. We're white. We have a white heritage, and we're so proud. And we have to fight against these immigrants. We have to fight against these Jews. The neo-Nazis. We have to fight against this kind of influence. And so they've created this kind of political identity around whiteness. But it's hollow. It's hollow because whiteness is not a transcendent source of right and wrong. Whiteness is just an ethnicity. So it doesn't really fill that need. It doesn't fill that need. What does fill that need is Islam. What does address those problems is Islam. What does provide that sense of truth, falsehood, right, wrong. What does fight against all of this corruption, all of this degeneracy is what? Is Islam. Modernity is the disease, is the cancer that is infecting so many. Islam is the cure for that. Islam is the cure for that, and that's what people are recognizing. And as Muslims, we have to keep pushing that message. We have to keep pushing that message. Why? Because we care about non-Muslims. We care about whites. We care about black. We care about Asian. We care about all of these ethnicities, all of these identities. We care about people. We want everyone to be saved. We want salvation for everyone. And so we present them with the truth. We present them with the truth in our hopes that they will see the truth and they'll accept the truth, and then their lives will improve in this dunya. Society will improve overall. Civilization will improve and flourish, and then salvation in the akhirah. So this is why I think, and I argue that many in the far right are converting to Islam. They're interested in Islam, and why Muslims should be doing dawah to the far right and the left and everyone. We should be doing dawah to everyone. We're responsible for that.